Opening prayer, verses 1 to 3. David begins by imploring God to heed his words and consider his meditations. He expresses his faith by stating his intention to pray and wait expectantly for God's response each morning. God's righteousness and judgment, verses 4 to 6. David describes the nature of God. He does not delight in wickedness, evil cannot dwell with him, and the arrogant cannot stand in his presence. God despises all who do evil, affirming that those who lie, deceive, and shed innocent blood will face God's condemnation. Entrusting life to God, verses 7 to 8. David declares his intention to enter God's house in reverence and pray towards his holy temple. He asks God for guidance, declaring his trust in God to make his path straight before his enemies. The nature of the wicked, verses 9 to 10. The psalmist describes the wicked as deceitful, guilty, and rebellious. He prays for God to declare them guilty and to let their own schemes be their downfall. Psalm chapter 5 is a morning prayer for divine guidance and protection from wickedness. David, the psalmist, conveys a profound understanding of the dual nature of God as a compassionate protector of the righteous and a righteous judge of the wicked. The teaching points. 1. David's earnest prayer. David begins with a plea for God to hear his words and consider his groaning. Psalm chapter 5 verse 1. This highlights the importance of sincerity in prayer. 2. Morning devotion. David emphasizes the significance of seeking God. Psalm chapter 5 verse 3. This sets a tone of dependence and expectation for the day. 3. God's holiness and justice. David acknowledges God's hatred for wickedness and his love for righteousness. Psalm chapter 5 verse 4. This underscores the need for personal holiness and alignment with God's character. 4. Protection and guidance. David seeks God's protection and guidance amidst his enemies. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make straight your way before me. Psalm chapter 5 verse 8. This reflects trust in God's sovereign guidance. 5. Joy and refuge in God. The psalmist concludes with a declaration of joy and refuge for those who trust in God. That is, but let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy. Psalm chapter 5 verse 11. This highlights the joy and security found in God's presence. Abide. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos on Book of Psalms.